We have somebody in the studio. We've been talking about her all morning. That's Natalie Mhandu. She is an entrepreneur and an image architect, as well as a personal stylist. And she runs one of the finest pages on social media, Madam Stylist ZW. Yeah, she is a stylist. And she says she's a retail enthusiast. Yeah, so we're going to hear more about her. As you know, Women Wednesdays, yeah, they belong to them. Natalie, how are you?
Hi, Chief Koti.
Can I tell you something before we even start this interview? Everybody has been talking about this interview. Like,
okay, I'm flattered.
The guys flattered behind the scenes right now, I think they're probably, yeah, it's a serious danger.
Well, I'm flattered. Well, thanks. How are you?
Very good. So tell us real quick, who is Natalie Mhandu?
Natalie Mhandu. I am a fashion enthusiast who has very humble beginnings, and I believe that my humble beginnings have fueled me to adapt to any situation in any space. Hence, I took it upon myself to be a self-taught personal stylist. I'm a mother, amongst other things. And
we see that a lot.
Like you said earlier
we know your daughter, you know, Chloe.
Yes, I'm a retail enthusiast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So your journey began somewhat as a social media influencer. Now you have really couched that into something different. What has happened between the years? Like, we saw Enchantress coming in. Now we're seeing Madam Stylist, and things are changing. I don't know who's next, you know? What's going on?
So I'm very big on alignment. I want to believe that with each level and stage in life, we evolve. So I think the biggest show I've watched in this life is how I've evolved from being Melody from Chegutu to being Enchantress. The Enchantress persona initially was not supposed to be who I was, but let's just call that my alter ego, which eventually I outgrew. By virtue of being a mother, and I'm in my 30s now, I'm evolving into a more modest, grown woman. And now that I have demarcated myself from being Enchantress, the socialite, to being Madam Stylist, the retail and the personal stylist, I literally see how alignment really works, because I have separated myself from the chaff.
So, I mean, I can't help, but there has been a lot of controversy around Enchantress. We are happy to see this new person, this new brand, but let's just dial back a little bit. What brought you to life? What was going on there? There's a lot of mentions from other socialites, lots of clashes and all that. What was going on?
Okay, first of all, have you noticed that I don't respond to backlash or naysayers?
I have. I thought that was curated, as it were.
Actually, I believe how you treat others in conflict is a reflection of how you were raised. And like I spoke about alignment earlier on before, I did not plan on owing the universe a karmic debt. So I am the kind of person who chooses to focus on my goals solely because the plan is to grow. So for example, if I'm then seen ranting on social media, arguing back and forth with you, if my target is to come here and inspire women to become a better version of themselves, the moment I sit here, they'll be like, oh yeah, she was cussing people out. So I believe that it's always good to leave words left unsaid for the future. So you will never see me retaliating. My retaliation is leveling up.
Is this your Roman Catholic person speaking now?
Well, I think I was raised in a Christian household. And like I said, it's a reflection of how you were raised. So regardless of how bad it is, I think until the day where people are going to see me in a sex tape, that's the only time I'm going to speak out.
I believe they'll be waiting for it.
Which will never happen, by the way. Because like I said earlier on, I'm certain I'm a mother before anything else.
Okay.
My intention is to raise a child who doesn't have to heal from her childhood when she grows up. Okay. So I'm not planning on doing things that are going to put my child in a space where she will look at me and she'll be embarrassed to be my daughter. I did not grow up with role models. Unfortunately, I grew up with people who I did not want to become. My parents, bless their hearts, did their best, but they were not really the best of role models for me. I saw what they did and how they failed in certain aspects, and I did not plan to end up like that.
Talking about your parents, I see you're very close to your mother.
Yes, I am.
But you said you have 10 siblings.
Yes, my dad was quite a busy guy.
He was?
Yes, he was.
You had
but I love all of them.
Different wives?
Well, let's not get into that. But all I can,
I just want to
all I
find
can
out,
say
like,
is, all I can say is, I have a very strong support system because I come from a very big family, and we were all bound by love. I have 9 brothers in total, and all of them love and adore me to bits.
9 brothers
in total, yes.
Wow.
And 1 sister.
Okay.
Yes. So I love all of them with all my heart, and they have been the pillar of my strength. And I love how we help each other raise each other. They're literally raising my daughter like their own. So, like I said, I am raising a child who never has to heal from childhood trauma. So my daughter has options of who guides her from the masculine point of view, by virtue of having a big family with so many brothers like that.
Fabulous.
And all of them are very educated, decent, young Christian men.
Wow, that's lovely. You grew up in Chegutu.
Yes, sir.
You obviously grew up seeing activities around David Whitehead and things like this. And now you are talking the textile industry. You
So-
share a little bit about that for us.
I have so much passion for reviving the textiles industry because in my travels to Europe and Asia, I'm certain you are aware of the fact that I travel a lot.
Yeah.
I have actually seen how their textiles industry is thriving. Just by virtue of us cotton farming back here in Zimbabwe, we are creating employment through farming. We are also trying to limit the damages that the carbon emissions do to the environment. So the last thing you want to do is continuously support other people in doing the same thing you can do. I grew up in a small town where David Whitehead was the core company. They literally provided employment, housing. They provided a lifeline for a lot of people. And now that I'm grown up and I'm in retail, I mean, look at Turkey. Their economy is backed up by their textiles industry. Their retail in clothing particularly funds most of their economy. And I would really love to see that happening to Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Which is why I'm very enthusiastic about the retail industry. I'm always telling people, I don't run a boutique, I run a retail chain. The intention is to make sure that we continuously push this narrative of locally making things and making Zimbabwe great again. Vision 2030 is what we're pushing for.
Made in Zimbabwe.
Made in Zimbabwe.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful. So I understand you are also an enthusiast as far as fitness is concerned.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about that. Where did that come from?
It came from my weight gain. Okay, so at some point last year, I endured a lot of backlash, and in as much as I'm big on not responding, it gets to you.
So you responded by activity?
No, what I did was I took a sabbatical of social circles, public spaces, and in the process, I then decided to embark on my self-healing journey. And part of it included me starting my fitness journey, healthy lifestyle, and that has helped me a lot, even in how I think. It gives you clarity, it gives you peace of mind, and that's why I'm an enthusiast in fitness.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Natalie. I think time is always an enemy on
Yes,
such interactions. I think you guys want to go on social media. We're now going outside. We're going to do a lot of videos for you. But please do get onto our pages on ZTN Prime and follow us. And you may get to meet with these big stars that come here on this couch right here on The Morning Russia.